Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. As the title suggests, in this series of videos I'm going to be playing through a Sims 4 challenge called The Wonder Child. Originally devised by a genius known as Pinstar, I believe the premise is best summarised thus. Via gameplay, rear a Sim who, at the very beginning of young adulthood, is as accomplished as they can possibly be. Reasonable restrictions apply. To begin, the player creates two adult Sims in CAS who must be set only as household members to each other. Traits and aspirations may be chosen freely. Throughout the challenge, you can't use any mods or cheats. There's a couple of other minor rules, mostly anti-exploit TNC type things. You can maybe pause the video or follow the link to the original challenge if for some reason you find this bit especially riveting. I won't read every single one out to avoid subjecting you to death by PowerPoint. Anything in red I added myself to account for new content that has been added since the challenge was written. Black is a consolidation. The player then moves the household into any lot they wish to, so long as it is within the budget of the household, which, at the time of recording, will be 24,000 simoleons. A baby must be conceived, gestated and delivered by a household member before either of the starting Sims reaches the elder life stage. Once the Wonder Child has been born, the player has until the end of their birthday party from teen to young adulthood to make the Sim as accomplished as possible. This is 48 days when the game is being played on normal lifespans. So what do I mean by accomplished? Some would say that the Sim needs a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, dancing, must read extensively and possess a certain refinement in their manner of walking. However, in the context of this challenge, accomplishment is measured in a rather more concrete way. Scoring is as follows. 1 point is awarded for each skill point, including fundamentals. A 3-point bonus is scored for every skill that reaches level 10. 5 points if all toddler skills are maxed. 10 points are earned for every trait the Wonder Child possesses. This includes upbringing traits and positive toddler or infant traits. Any trait must be personally possessed by the Sim. Business traits do not count. Clean Nappy Club. If, as a toddler, they never need a nappy change, 2 points are awarded. As the mother of a young baby, I feel Pinstar's scoring may have been slightly off with this one. For both child and teen life stages, the days left until age up after achieving an A at school. As a teen, the days left until age up after achieving the top level of a teenage career. And lastly, 5 points for every gold medal birthday party. In terms of how I approach this strategically, of course, the limited resource here is time, so the main focus needs to be managing this as effectively as possible. I have split the challenge into 5 stages as follows. The newborn infant life stages are pretty short, so I decided to consolidate these into one section. In each stage, I'll try and outline what needs to be achieved. Skilling is quite time intensive, so I need to look for any ways I can make this faster. For example, always having the optimal mood for a certain skill, so focused for logic. I also need to minimise dead time, such as time spent sleeping or fulfilling other needs. I need to mitigate any pitfalls, such as a fire or unexpected death. Consideration needs to be given to the most efficient order of tasks. This will help save time, so I might, for instance, avoid levelling some skills until I have achieved certain aspiration rewards, like Savant. Lastly, it may not be everything I've planned in each stage can actually be achieved in that time frame, in which case I'll need to prioritise what is more important to get done. There are some slight differences to the original challenge in terms of rules. This is because the challenge was written in 2015, which, at the time of recording, was 10 years ago. Therefore, there are more ways one could do something that could break the challenge, such as having a celebration every day to farm aspiration points, or easily getting mood aura items that may be available with DLC. In terms of scoring, I did consider adding milestones from growing together. However, then the question is, where does this end? If other DLC also have systems you could consider adding, so I've just left the scoring as it is. A lot of DLC adds skills and aspirations anyway. I'm completing this with a view to doing something called the Apocalypse Challenge, so this may influence some of my decision making. Some skills and aspiration reward traits may be more beneficial for completing this than others. So without further ado, allow me to introduce Scarlett and Eric, the prospective parents. Now, as you can see, I built them a house. I got a little bit carried away and now I don't actually have many simoleons left to furnish it. I would delete some of it, but it's often quite hard for me to get anything better than utilitarian box grade sort of house. So we'll just carry on as we are. Still, desperation breeds innovation. Don't forget to sub or you might miss the first stage, Parental Paragons.